All right. I think we are live. Yep.
You live?
Yes, sir. We are live. We are live.
Mm-hmm. What's
Yeah.
going down, baby girl?
Well, all the
How
crazy
you doing?
shit on a Sunday, even. Oh my God. Even on a Sunday.
I know, man.
It's
I know, man.
crazy.
Just when you think it's gonna be a peaceful fucking day, hello? Nope. Welcome. Yeah, it's crazy, man. What's up, everybody? We send ours to the world. Send ours to the TSOA folks out there in the world. Hope y'all join the conversation today. Hit the like button. Share it. You like hearing the true corruption behind the razor wires of the CDCR system, man. Join the conversation, man. Share it, spread the message,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Do the whole nine. Come on now, get this
Mm-hmm.
thing rolling. God,
Mm-hmm.
ciao. Oh, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Allison, it was waiting for
Mm.
us. Hey, she says, "Hey guys, what's happening?" Hey, Allison.
What's up, Allison? Yep. We send our to you, sister. I hope you're well in
We
every way of life.
we were talking before the show, so yeah. Oh God, there's
All
so
right.
much going on. You would not believe it. Would not believe
I
it.
know. I trip on it, baby girl, and Allison, and everybody. It's a crazy thing, man. That you know, there's all this corruption going on, and there's not more fucking arrest on the cops or the administration or headquarters Sacramento CDCR. You know, it's fucking bizarre, babe. That me and you and the rest of our folks are held to a standard, but yet they just get a license to do criminal conduct to do whatever.
And
It's
they
fucking bizarre, man.
and they dehumanize you.
And they dehumanize me, right?
Mm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It is super crazy. I mean, like just when I thought I was gonna have a peaceful Sunday to be left alone, make my little fucking cafecito and hang out with my baby girl and do nothing but chill back. Boom. A whole whirlwind of bullshit coming my way.
Mm-hmm.
But first, we'll let more people get up in here before I go up into the details. So
Mm-hmm.
you got so everybody can catch it.
Mm-hmm.
I do wanted to. I did want to. I told you a little story, baby. It was kind of funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is gonna give you guys a little bit of insight how dirty and filthy Corcoran prison is, right? Old Corcoran.
Hmm.
So in 2015, when I first went from Pelican Bay, now remember Pelican Bay, the shoe was spotless clean, man, real clean, quiet, clean air, cool, just like then there's sterile almost, right? The atmosphere, the tears, that's how clean it was. And so I pull up to Corcoran in 2015, and my focus is getting my spine fixed, and so I get there and I'm walking like I walk a couple laps because I need to get my steps in, man, and something on the tier caught my eye, some movement, and I see these two little fucking fat cockroaches fighting each other. I couldn't believe it, man. They're sitting there fighting each other, and it's like, holy shit, man, we got a little get down right there in the fucking day room. So I'm banging on the wall and tell my neighbor, hey, check this out. And we sat there and watched these two little fucking cockroaches go to battle, man. That was some funny shit, baby girl.
That's crazy.
I don't know if it was two males fighting over the neighborhood or what, man, but that shit was hilarious. And they weren't small neither. Like they were good size, like about your thumb size type of cockroaches. They were not small. Them motherfuckers are like, man, I got a social security number type cockroaches. But we sat there and watched them tumble and roll and fight, and it was funny, man. And then one just laid on his back and kicked his legs up, and that was a wrap for him. That was a wrap for him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But Corcoran, it's nasty, dirty, man. Was it you telling me something about the visitor bathroom?
Oh yeah, and not just one, all of them. Like you go in the bathroom, and you know how like tile it'll be like kind of go up the wall a few inches.
Yeah.
Right. So it has that, and in all the corners and crevices is just like a dark black tarry coating over it.
Ooh, wee.
Oh yeah, in all of them, not just one, and all the corners. It's just like it's so foul, and rarely ever have toilet paper. I don't think they had soap in the dispensers either. It was just like, just gross.
They are. That's a different level of disgustingness right there in Corcoran. And the air is dirty itself. I mean, when it's hot and the cow shit heats up in the summer, oh man, it's like you're breathing that crap, right? And it's a horrible place, man. I can't stand that prison. I mean, complete opposite of the spectrum of Pelican Bay, right? Way complete opposite. Pelican Bay is clean, fresh, on the coast, where the coast meets the redwoods, basically. You know, the mountain. Yeah. But man, I got down at Corcoran, and I realized, like, I'm in trouble. Boy, this motherfucker's so dirty. I watched this cockroach fight for the fucking neighborhood. It was funny as fuck.
Turf wars and on the tier. Oh, la cucaracha.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha. That shit was funny. My neighbor was a Mexican, right? A southerner. He goes, that's my homie right there, man. We call him Cholo, eh? I started rolling. And I'm like, yeah, I see his bandana, homeboy. You got the fucking bone crusher, and the other one's got the slicer, and they're going at it.
Couple of cockroaches. That's too funny.
That was our entertainment for about 45 minutes, man. I ain't gonna bullshit. It was kind of funny.
Live fights. There you go.
If he's hearing this, I'm sure he'll remember, because that's something only he and I got to watch, you know? This shit was funny, man. Yeah.
Allison says Valley Fever. No.
Ooh, yeah. Valley Fever is no joke down there. You see, Allison, I think they have now medications that they give out. So I'm precluded from going there. Well, I'm supposed to be, but the DRB said they didn't give a shit. It ain't their problem. And it will be if I go there and croak. If I kick the bucket, it will be. You know?
Yep. Yep. That place caused you a lot of physical damage.
Yeah, well, that's where my heart condition derived. I mean, you know, that's where it started at, was right there.
Yep.
And there's no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. I was listening.
Super healthy in the vitals before going there, weren't you? I mean, your vitals were always really good.
My vitals were always, my blood pressure was always basically on point, you know, or low. I mean, I never had high blood pressure. And AFib, I've never had that in my life. Yeah, my issues were my back and my gunshot where I got the gunshot in my leg. That's it. But I never had a whole bunch of fucking. I never had heart problems or high blood pressure and shit like that. But yeah, it's a fucked up place. It stinks. It's horrible. It's
hotter than
hot.
an oven.
Disgusting.
You know, we've got some videos on the video segment of our channel, basically comparing
This
those
call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
those cells he was into to a commercial oven, and you can't tell the difference. You cannot tell the difference in structure, and they're even built the same. You know,
built the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So I was, I definitely was, I'm definitely trying to avoid that place. That place is garbage. It's like fucking, god damn, man. It's foul. But anyway, we'll move on. We'll move on. We were listening to a video, a channel earlier talking about the old school cops and the new school. And I'll sum it up real quick. The old school cops had the green wall, right? And they falsify everything. Falsify, lie, falsify, perjury. That was their whole thing. Beat prisoners in cuffs, beat us in cuffs, falsify. Beat us in cuffs, yell stop resisting so they can keep beating us. Beat us in cuffs. But the newer ones, right, are scared to do that. Not all of them, but some of them are a little bit more leery of doing it because of all the cameras, the brother, the eye in the sky, big brother basically, and there's been some busts go down where cops are now, some of them are getting held accountable, but these newer ones, they're mindful of not falsifying shit as much, or they're going to question that because of all the cameras, If something happens and their body camera doesn't match their version of the report, they're probably in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I keep hearing the old school guard. The old school guard, man, they would leave us alone. They would never get in our business. They knew better. They knew they wouldn't play prison politics.
Mm-hmm.
They did, but to a point, right? The Green Wall, yeah, absolutely. Green Wall's a culture, though. And but yeah, no, I just wanted to comment on that real quick. I just, these newer ones.
Well, yeah, no, they can't do that no more because of the cameras and shit.
60 seconds remaining.
Right. Well, I know this. You got a camera on the tier right here that sees everything. Then you got body cameras. And they record voices, they record the audio and visual. So, it's all right there, and they don't even have to make reports no more. It's all right there on body cameras, or it better be, or they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Let me call back, baby.
All right, if you're new to this channel and you aren't aware of what we're doing, Brant is calling from CDCR Ad Seg in Sacramento on his tablet and keeping us apprised of the truth in what's really going on when it comes to the conditions of cruel confinement.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Go ahead and hit that smash that like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your support in that manner. All right, go on, Brent. You got lots to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, so Let's get rolling. Okay, so folks, check it out, man. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a nice, smooth Sunday, but it turned out to be something different. Well, I went out. They called me for a 602 hearing. Now, this is their go-to move now, I guess, and I'm not going to come out no more for 602 hearing. They're going to have to start coming to my fucking cell door. So they call me out, and I go out there, and I get in the office, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what 602 is this? And I thought it was going to be pea protein. It was, but that wasn't all they wanted to try to get at me on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm like, no. First of all, I sat down and yeah, I seen the 2 602s there because I'm very, very proactive in my shutting this pea protein down and getting our conditions a little bit better for everybody. Well, so and I noticed it's a dude in a suit, and they usually don't do our fucking 602s. It's a sergeant investigating and then a response, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and he mentions, oh, we're gonna tackle this, and we got some other shit I want to get at you about. I said, man, I ain't got nothing to say to you. And it was the AW, man, and so Associate Warden. And I go, dude, I ain't got nothing to say to you guys. Look, but the pea protein, get that shit out of our diet because nobody eats it. He goes, I'm just going to grant that off the top. So, but it should be gone by the end of this month. I said, okay. Well, the next one was cleaning sheets. Everybody's got to wash their sheets by hand in a sink with soap and water because they haven't passed out clean sheets in over 6 months, maybe 8 months now.
Mm.
And, so everybody uses soap, water, hot water in the sink, and we wash and rinse our sheets in the sink, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're supposed to get one, exchange them once a week for clean sheets, and they don't do it.
Mm.
So we tackled that, and then he goes into this, and this is what pisses me off, man. He goes this, well, we hear you guys are going to the feds. I go, I don't know, man. I'm not here to talk to you about that, man. In fact, get at my lawyer. And he goes, oh, man, just relax, man. I said, relax my ass. So then he wants to go into this shit about, he brings up, well, there might be another indictment coming. And I don't care. Whatever, dude. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Then he says that he threw my friend out there, my friend Ronnie's name at me, like, here they go again, folks. And I hope everybody hears it. They're starting their shit again.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, well, you do know some of the fellas in the feds ain't too happy with some of that shit your friend was doing that's in the complaint for everybody to read, that, y'all knew the phone was tapped, and your friend mentioned it 29 times, in different conversations, but we counted 29 times, and the fellas in the feds ain't too happy. I said, dude, I got no comment. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't even know no Ronnie. I don't know nothing. I don't know anybody, man. I'm out of here. He goes, well, wait a minute, man. He goes, and then you guys were using tablets, to try to get the woods to make moves for you guys. I said, man, ain't nobody using no tablet for nothing, dude. Nobody's doing that, man. What do you got? Man, I'm out of here. Well, he continued to try to sell his story, right, baby girl?
Mm-hmm.
And he even mentions my friend's lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, this is bullshit, dude. And I got up. And I start cutting out. I was gone. I was not waiting. I didn't want to hear this. I'm gone. So he's talking about as I'm fucking headed for the doorway, and he's coming over to open the door, in the fucking 602 hearing. He throws it out there about a possible new indictment coming and all the players that might be involved in it. and he starts naming names, or he started to, he mentioned my friend and my friend's lady and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, dude, I got nothing to say. My attorney is so-and-so. Get it, my attorney. I got nothing to tell you. I don't know shit, don't want to know shit. I'm out of here. No comment. Well, I made sure when that was going on that I seen the video camera was rolling. So, when my attorneys go to get that tape, it's going to be known that this motherfucker tried to do a setup move and over a 602 hearing. And now I'm telling you guys, this is their go-to move now. These 602 hearings are really not 602 hearings, where they are, and more. They're trying to do more while you're there. And I'm tired of these fucking people playing these games. But they're at it again, so if y'all listening, just make sure you're very careful and on your toes every time you fucking talk to any of them, and make sure that camera's on, because they can't, they can try to twist your words, but as long as there's a camera rolling, your shit is good. So I know my shit stays tight, just like when my attorneys in my RICO case and all the other attorneys got that video, and when they came to me with this bogus kite, that one of their fucking undercover snitches forged and counterfeited. And, I know my position. I don't know nothing, don't want to know nothing. I don't know none of them dudes, no comment. And it came out like exactly what I said, man. So,
what else happened?
This shit again, baby girl.
And what else happened?
About what?
While you were in there with the warden.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
On what part?
Didn't you say they tossed your cell?
Oh, yeah. Well, that wasn't, they hit my cell. Yeah, of course they hit my cell. But it wasn't disrespectful, though, right? I get that. It was, my mattress was rolled up. My tub, what's those things? My tote box was open. My letters were, not letters, but my mail was kind of strewn out. And, shit like that. They let me know that they was up in my house. And, it wasn't disrespectful. I'll be honest about that. It was not disrespectful. But, and the lady that came to get me was kind of upset at them for lying. Pulling me out under false pretenses, because they know that if they were going to do all that, I wouldn't have went. They could have just came to my door, and I would have gave them my spiel about the 602 issues, right?
Right.
But fuck, I didn't know. They're doing this now. And I want everybody to be aware they're trying the same shit again. That's why they split me and my friend up. Because they want to keep trying this. They're bullshit shenanigans. And it's the same shit as before, the last time when they said, a couple letters were fucking intercepted on they intercepted some letters with my name in it, coming from a woman to another prisoner with my name in it, and this, that, and the other. And it's all crap. It's all bullshit, man. And they're trying to stir the pot. That's it. They won't leave well enough alone and just let a motherfucker have a nice Sunday chilling out, man. They don't want that. They don't want that at all, Ben. There's a few more things said in depth that I won't put out there, and if I talk to my partner, I'll let him know. But I hope his folks understand that they are trying this shit again. They're back at the drawing board, and they're not going to stop. And I think it's because they don't like getting their shit exposed. they're pissed off because we're exposing their game, but that's not gonna stop me. That's not gonna stop my people.
Oh.
That's not gonna stop my wife, my attorneys, TSOA land of America. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. That's right.
But
that's right. That's
yeah,
why we're here.
Yeah,
we're here to fight. We're here to fight, and we'll fight the good
we're here
fight.
To fight. Yeah. Yeah, see, I guess he was hoping he would plant a couple seeds, right? But that only works if you're receptive. If you're going to sit there and haggle with him and go back and forth with him and give him, give him a response, to react. Don't, you react. Don't be reactionary is what I say. Just get up and bounce, man. No comment. I got nothing to say. I don't know nobody. Nobody.
Never react.
Got nothing to tell you, motherfuckers.
Respond. Respond is the root of
responsible.
That's the best.
Right. Oh, he mentioned that article, babe.
What article?
That's what I forgot. That article called Just a Bit Nutty.
Oh, really?
He mentioned that. Yeah, by Grant Gruber. Just a bit. So he threw that article, and he's visually watching my face, trying to see my response, and I wear glasses so they can't see my eyes, but I need glasses anyway, so, but, I never ever give away a thought in my brain, and, that article, the guy that did that testimony and testified that piece of shit, he was a liar anyway.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But he fits into their narrative. He's a key component into their narrative. And it was many guys like him in between me and my friend Ron for like 7 years. Many guys just like that article, Just a Bit Nutty. Many of them. And guys you would never suspect. But yeah. So that's what happened today. And I'm assuming it's going to happen again. They might change their tactics because I'm not doing 602 hearings no more. Nope. But he said, that they hear we're going to feds, right? And that the fellas in the feds ain't too happy with my friend because he mentioned that he knew the phone was tapped. And they said they counted 29 times that he mentions that throughout 90 days of wiretap, right? And I'm like, dude, I don't know nothing, man. No comment. I got nothing to say about nothing. Whatever, dude. I don't even know that guy. Whatever, dude. And, that's what they want. They want you to sit there and go haggle with them and go back and forth with them. Fuck you. I ain't doing all that. I'm gone, Jack. I'm out of here. Talk to my lawyer. Talk to my lawyer, my PR, my manager, my baby girl.
Get off my man's hump.
Get off my hump. Humpty-dump. Get back, Jack. But yeah, so we got any questions or comments, baby? How many folks you got in the room?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Well,
Get them ready. I'm coming back. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Hi, Chadwick. Thanks for stopping in. We'll get Brent on here. Hold on a second. Okay. Yep. Super crazy Sunday morning.
You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
All right.
Alright.
You're back. Allison was just shocked you didn't get no clean sheets, and then I think what came after that just like really shocked her. Chadwick said, hell yeah.
Yeah. Who?
Chadwick said, hell yeah. Hi, Chadwick. I
That's
don't know
right.
Chadwick.
Chadwick, you said, what's up, man? I see mine. Hope you're well. But, yeah, they try these little tactics, right? Y'all. And it just, people have to realize that's their go-to. It's all mental warfare now. They continue to attack us psychologically, mentally, emotionally, politically. And they try to insert their seeds of doubt, their seeds of corruption, their seeds of
manipulation.
Fire and right, manipulation seeds, right? And so they tried this a couple years ago. They mentioned my friend's lady, and they tried this same drag. It's the same exact drag, right? It's just it's making another round at it. They're making another go at it. And it's like, dude, get the fuck off my door. I mean, get me the fuck out of here. This is I would have never came out here for this 602 ever. You could have came to my door. We have this battle out all through a door, man. I'm not doing that. But people have to be aware that they're not done. They're going to evolve. They're going to continue. And they're going to try to create new tactical approaches to trying to get a little wiggle room, a little crack in the dam of somebody's mental fortitude. And, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And I think my co-defendant, Billy, just went out. I'm not sure. I think they're trying games with him too. I don't know. I don't know, but I know that they go around saying stupid shit, and I know they've done him dirty a few times too. But I don't know, baby. This shit ain't gonna stop, man. And I'm just glad I got this. When he mentioned the tablet, I'm like, oh, here we go. This motherfucker's about to try to play me, man. And I ain't never done nothing on my tablet. And I know that for a fact. And he goes, oh, you guys put shit on the tablet, this, that, and the other. I said, dude, I don't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. My tablet's clean, dude.
What's interesting is how he speaks to you as if you're going to answer for everybody.
Right. I only answer for Scoops 174. Daniel Brent, that's it.
I mean, it's just crazy.
What he's trying to, baby, what they do is they throw these little things at you, and they really want to see your eyes, because it's all in the eyes. They think, they can read it. And then they go back and write a report, or they go back and create something out of it, or they'll oh, it didn't work, we'll try something else. And I'll give you an example. So, okay, the way this is working now, since 2016, 2017, is Sacramento headquarters, OCS, did the nerve center. The nerve center. So they're the brain. Well, all these prisons are nerve branches. And they all make reports at the institutional level, and then it filters back to Sacramento. So you got 25 prisons, and all the information goes right back to Sacramento, whatever it may be, or whatever it might not be. So once Sacramento gets it, they lay it all out, and they come up with an overall view of with their perception and their words on what they feel is going on with all these reports. And so I mean, that's just what they do. And then once they have all this information, now they got to sift what's fact from fiction, right? But they don't even do that. Like Ronnie said on his video, if there's something that doesn't fit into their narrative about a certain issue, they discard it. They don't even follow it up. And then if something else pops up that correlates with the discarded, they discard it all because it doesn't fit what they want it to be. And so, just imagine they got all this information coming from all these prisons, and who knows what's fact and fiction? It's a lot, and they create their narrative that best fits their agenda. That best fits their agenda, and that is a fact. So, I kind of anticipated them trying it again because they're never done trying to get at people to plant seeds. They're going to continue this. They're just never going to stop, right? And he used, maybe they're getting information now that we're going to the feds. I don't know. I don't know if it's filtering from the top downwards, but they got word that we're going to the feds. That's just what he said, and then he threw into it that our friends in the feds ain't too happy with my bro because blah blah blah. He mentioned the wiretap. He knew we were tapped 29 different times, and that he didn't give a fuck, and a lot of people were getting caught up behind it, but it just kept going on and on and on, and I'm like, dude, I got nothing to say, man. No comment.
I don't know. That sounds like it's all really contrived, and that
doesn't it?
Yeah. No, just the whole, even just going to the Fed sounds contrived. They know that you're waiting to go, and they know that there's all this like hoopla. I mean, who the fuck? Oh gosh. Anyways, we got some chit chat in the chat.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
We got some chit chat in the chat. First off, Tim Erdman checks in and he says, "Keep pushing this positivity and showing the corruption in CDCR. Your voice is powerful and will be heard. Love your life, brother."
That's right, bro. I send my love to you, man, and I'm going to. Thank you for joining the chat. Share it. Get people on board. Keep sharing the message. I will never stop, bro. I will never stop. Okay, what else?
And Armada says, Armada Perspective says, "Hey, Scoops and Mrs. Scoops, keep your head up, brother." And then he asked, does Scoops have a reasonable shot at ever getting out? And what is his sentence at the moment? Can he elaborate?
What's up, Armada Perspective? We send ours to you, man, and I hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Well, I got a good chance. I got a couple irons in this fire, man. I'm trying to get this crack in the dam and slip through it. So I can't put it all out there right here, but just know that I got two irons right now that are heating up, and I'm almost 51. I'll be able to file elder parole and show them how, because a lot of times when you show them how they can save money off your ass, and I've costed them a big chunk of money in the past 10 years of my life. Well, I get a little, I don't know, survey, I guess. Not a survey, but I went back through all my medical things, and in my whole time of being in prison, I think it was like $28 million probably they done spent on me with my case and all the shit I've been through, all the medical, all the fucking just keeping a prisoner in prison is like now $80,000 a year,
Well, it's
so
higher. It's higher for someone in seg.
Right. So, I do have a couple irons in the fire with that, man. And, I'm definitely going to continue fighting to get out and going home with my baby girl. bet that. Yep. Thank you for the question, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got, babe?
That's it for now.
Okay. So, but yeah, you guys spread the word. Keep the fight. Because, like I said yesterday, we cannot take the foot off the gas.
Mm-mm.
If you do, you're going to lose traction.
Mm-hmm.
And the key to battling the corrupt elements and the battling CDCR, period, is to unify everybody. And, I don't care where you are, what race you are. Get involved. Dolores Canales said in that Hunger Strike movie, she'd be in line at the bank or the supermarket and talk to somebody about, you guys know that we keep people in solitary confinement for 30 years, decades, and they wouldn't know, but she would enlighten them.
Mm-hmm.
So just enlighten the next person, and they might go enlighten 5, right? Who knows? But that's the power right there, is let people know how your money's being spent, your tax dollars. It really is, man. It really is. Because, you have a system here that is so obnoxious. They boasted and bragged about the falsification against prisoners on documents. They falsified documents. At the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeal hearing on the Astor case in November 2023, Dolores heard them.
Mm-hmm.
She was there. And this is the system where we're living in.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
There's
this is the system.
There's more chat here. Tim Erdman says all gas, no brakes. Yes. And then Armada Perspective says, I'm new around here and don't know Scoop's original sentence and problems inside, etc. Thanks. And before Brent answers, I want you to know that we've archived everything in these videos. And if you start with the video section, or if you go straight to
the first live.
Not the first live, but the first video, and start reading the descriptions, there's a lot of information there, that will inform you on pretty much everything that you could possibly need to know.
Life.
But it would take a little bit of effort to get into it. Before you respond to him, I wanted to say Allison also said 132,000 a year to incarcerate a person within CDCR these days, and I'm a taxpayer. 132,000 a person, yet since can't even get clean sheets, like what the fuck? All right,
right, Allison. Allison, this is no bullshit. I've had these 3 sheets for 8 months. I wash them every week, rotate it out. Every 5 days, 6 days, I wash, and they're so threadbare, but that's what they do here. And, anywhere else you get 1 for 1 a week. You get 2 clean a week, and you just change in the 2 you got. You get 2 clean.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
That are washed in those big old boiler machines. They're like sanitized and everything.
Right, they're sanitized. You gotta have fresh, clean sheets that's been sanitized in the heat. Dried and washed in hot water, bleached, and yeah. Let me call back. Okay. But I want to answer homeboy Armand.
Okay, he'll be right back, and he will get back to you with that question for sure. All right, he'll be calling back. Wow, $132,860 to house an inmate. Don't forget, that's not just their wages, it's also their pension. It keeps going up. All these guys on pensions, and if they work, I think it was 40 years, they get 90% of their pay.
Link.
All right, you're
All right,
back.
I'm back.
Okay.
So, okay, I'll make it like real easy, Armando. So here's the issue. I came to prison 1995 for a triple attempted murder in which nobody got hurt. No medical attention was needed. I got triple life. It was right in the middle of the prison boom where they were needing bodies to put in cells, and I was one of them. I got triple life, 3 times life. I got convicted at a trial, and in my trial, the DA told the jury to find me guilty. I only get a little bit of time, a couple years, to go think about what I did wrong. Well, she lied. I got triple life. I lost an appeal, and I kind of went haywire as a kid. I thought society threw me away, and I changed my way of life, my mind, everything about, and I start living prison by prison, politics, and prison life. I didn't have no hope. Back then, you had life, you were never getting out. I mean, you didn't even have a hope of getting out. Not even a little hope. I mean, you were done. Under Pete Wilson, Pistol Pete Wilson and Governor Duke Mason. And so it was a different time. It was a different era. Well, that becomes who you are. You know, it becomes your life, and it becomes the environment. You know, they create this environment. They create all the bullshit it has with it, and you just become it. Well, years later, I got validated as a gang associate, went to Pelican Bay. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't break no rules. They put me up there for some snitches, a couple of rats in prison. I sat up there in Pelican Bay shoe for a long time.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Altogether, I've been down 30 years. I got 27 in the shoe and solitary confinement out of the 30. And I've been shot in 1997, December 26th, with the Mini 14. I was life-flighted out of High Desert to Reno for emergency surgery. I almost died. They shot and killed my buddy. It was a riot, race riot. It was ugly. And they killed my buddy and shot me. And then, I got kicked out under the Asper case, man. I went to Salinas and a culture shock. I mean, for me, it was the culture change. You know, the whole difference. I had dudes ratting to the cops right in front of my face, you know. It was a huge shift in culture all the time I've been in the shoe. And, you know, it was just way different. And I ended up catching, they sent somebody at me. The cops did. They didn't want me out there. The guy hit me with coffee, came out of his pocket with a thing, and he ended up dead. And I went to the hole. They create the gang units. Loved the fact that I went to the hole, because when I was on the main line, they couldn't wedge me and my friends. They couldn't play these games. They couldn't play these psychological warfare and attack us. Well, I was suppressed in the hole. They put their rats into play. They put their undercovers into play, suppress the truth, control the narrative. They try to make us all mad at each other. They try to make us all hate each other. They had dudes who had ego problems. They had dudes who were dope fiends with ego problems, you know, smashing on each other, you know, wanting it their way, lying about each other, this, that, and the other. And they created this big story that was not factual at all. You know, and I got RICO indicted, stood strong. Me and my co-defendants stood solid throughout the whole case. A lot of shit came out in the case to show what they were doing to us, the gang units. And a lot of the snitches were exposed. They still continue to contrive bullshit and to try to keep us at odds. They try to insert their poison, their mental manipulation poison seeds of dissent, and they're not going to stop. They attacked us politically and mentally for the past 9 years because they're pissed off over the hunger strike movement and the advocacy we've all done to expose their inner corruption of CDCR. So with that said, I hope I summed it up. But if you go back and you listen to the very first 5 or 6 live videos me and my wife did, I tell a lot of my original conviction. I tell you a lot of how my case came about.
Oh, you're talking about the lives, though, right? Right.
So, yeah, I hope I summed it up.
And also, you know, for the folks who are interested in the history of all of this, about a year before the indictment, all of these prison YouTube started popping up. And it was like they were just getting everything primed and pumped, and then all of a sudden, you know, we start seeing a whole other venue right around the indictment. This whole other venue coming out. The snitch tubers. And you know, it's definitely part of the part of their strategy, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right. The snitch tubers that pop up, I counted about 6 or 7 of them, and somewhere like that. And these guys they operate for the cops. They do their, they do their storytelling. They sprout whatever the gang units want them to sprout and put out there for the public to hear. And like me and my baby girl were talking yesterday on here, what is their reason for putting this in society? Well, there's probably many different elements to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the main ones I believe in is they feel that it gives more credence to their narrative. It's like, and I think, so they got 10 dudes, 10 snitches saying the same thing or thereabouts. You know, it makes them seem more credible. But I mean, they got 10 of them, all 10 of them are lying to you. Straight up. You know, they wanted, I mean, they school these dudes on how to use the YouTube and how to work these algorithms. They educate these dudes on how to propagate their shit and then give them scripts to read to you guys. And I mean, they do it to contaminate the jury pool. You know, they call us white dudes racist, and we're not. We're not racist, you know.
But it's part of the press, the press agenda.
It's part of the, right, it's part of the press agenda, exactly. But the press agenda is in line with their agenda because CDCR is a powerful union. I mean, the CCPOA, CDCR, you know, they're fucking getting $17 billion budgets every year. They have massive amounts of technology, you know, and they control these environments, man. They control the environment, the information in and information out. And, you know, this is the first time we've had the platform to give some, this is some real transparency right here, bro. And, you know, I'll tell you this now.
This call and or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I'm already knowing they're plotting to try to fucking take me out. The cops, CDCR, they're always playing games they're always playing moves on the chessboard with human lives, and they will not stop. They will not stop. They do not like us talking and having communication with each other, because when we do, it completely shuts down their war tactics. of mental strategies and shit like that. And I'm telling you, I live it. I live it every day, man. It's not bullshit. It's not. It's like the MK Ultra crap. It's not bullshit. Watch that movie. What was it, baby girl? The Survivor's Guide to Prison.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We got it in our community, it's a movie we got on our community thing here, and man, that movie gave me chills because it hit every dynamic I talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it did, man. From the case that sends a kid to prison for life to actually getting to prison and doing life in prison. It's all corrupt from the start to the finish. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes we make decisions based on information that turns out to be bad, but you think it's right, you think it's good, and it was bunk information. And I've seen people do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen it. I've seen people do it. But yeah, check that out, man. I put a lot of my life out there, and I don't talk about stuff I ain't supposed to. I don't talk about prison politics and how we get down and our ways. I don't talk about none of that. I just give you guys if I can write it on the 602 or a lawsuit or in a motion, I'll talk about it with you guys because that's public information, man.
Right. So Armada asks, do you know Mills, Greshner, TD, etc.? I only know the YouTube brand stories, so I'm probably asking ignorant questions with respect.
I don't know them personally. No, they're in the feds. You know, we're in a state. I don't, but you know, if I go over there, I'm sure I'll meet a couple of them. Yep. So, but yeah, baby girl, you guys, that's the trick for today's Sunday, man. Yeah. They're not done. They're not done playing games. They're not going to stop.
No.
And I knew when they moved my buddy across the street, I'm like, okay, well, when's it coming? When's it coming? I know it's coming. It's coming around the mountain when she comes. I knew it was coming.
So Jay,
I guarantee you, it'll keep happening.
Jay Cool says, I respect that you never have gone to the other side. I was a CO in the 90s up at Salinas Valley. I can't believe the changes CDCR has adopted. Norway project. This project is placing all in Iraq. Oh, Jay Cool, that's only a fraction. That's only a fraction of the problems going on today.
What's up, Jay Cool? I send mine to you, bro. Thanks for joining the conversation. Share it, man. Subscribe. Hit the like button, y'all. Come on now. Hit it real quick. Hit that like button. Goddamn. Come on, y'all. Do old Scoops. Do the old battle axe. Old Scoops a favor and hit that like button. Share it. But yeah, Jay Cool, man. When I was at the high desert in the 90s, man, you know, a lot of people say that prison was the new version of Tracy, the gladiator school, right? And it was. And I'll tell you, man, that prison right there will either make you or break you. And back in them days, at that time in prison, you know, it would.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
It was a way different culture up there. Let me call back. I want to say something.
All right. He'll be right back. Wow. You know, when you flip through these scrolls, and there's so much going on there. Never mind. It's so far out there, tangent stuff. I don't need to confuse you guys. All right.
Thank you for using Global
All
Tel
right,
Link.
there you go.
All right, I'm back. Yep. So when I got to high desert, it just we opened C lower. I went to C3 cell 104, and I beat my celly up with 7 pairs in a pillowcase, 7 underranked pairs in a pillowcase. Imagine that. That's funny. And I beat him up because he was a rapo. And well, at the time, the guards knew it. But I didn't. I was just a kid, man. I was 21. I didn't know fucking left from right, man. And so a couple OGs told me, hey, man, your celly got to go. So I beat him down with a fucking thing of pears in a fucking pillowcase. And he got out of my cell. I didn't go home, right? But
they used you.
It is what. Well, it was funny. But anyway, I mean, he hurt a woman and he got dealt with. And fucking, but the cops back then were a different breed. Yeah, yes, and I'd say the green wall was bad. But it was real bad in Salinas. High Desert opened in January of '96. Salinas opened in June or July of '96 because they offered me to go open that prison and get my pick of the jobs. And I said, nope, I'm staying up here. And, you know, it was closer to my mom anyways, you know, so she can come see me at least every now and then. Well, High Desert, it was just a different type of convict. And
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And the guys that were built in that prison as kids, I mean, you know, motherfuckers survived the shark tanks of CDCR, you know. We survived the shark tanks of CDCR, but a lot of them didn't. Man, and they tapped out. They took the path of least resistance, and they went PC or something because they stubbed their toe, or somebody called them a dickhead or a piece of shit, and they chose, instead of going out and dealing with it, they chose to go the other way. And I'm like, no, man, I'll never do that, ever. Never, ever will I sell my soul for nothing.
Kind of makes,
you know, and I've been it.
Kind of makes you wonder how these people they're arresting that are like that. I mean, are they really criminals, or are they just really fucked up people that can't deal?
Right. Hey, I'm going to tell you, check this out, baby. This is true. In August of 1998, about 8 months after I got shot in my left leg, and I was still on a walker. I got my left leg from my hip to my knee. It's a titanium rod, no bone no more. So I'm still on a walker, and we cell extracted on the cops up there. At the time, we went to war on them in the hole. It was just a different time, man. And back then, you didn't even really get a 115 for that, right? Like, unless you really hurt the cop bad, they'd be like, man, okay, you cool? Yeah, I'm cool. You learned your lesson? Yeah, you learned yours? Yeah, okay, have a good one. And it was over with. So, but check this out. I'm sitting there, and it's in the, like, first week of August, and we cell extract. Me and my celly, and all the whites, there's like 10 cells of whites, and we had this one black guy that rode with us. And he rode with us no matter what, but he come down to fighting the cops, he loved it. And so we cell extract, and when you go when you sell extract, they take everything out of your cell. Everything. I mean, you're down to the bunk itself with no mattress. And they strip you butt naked and they give you a suicide blanket. That's it. You got that for 10 days. So I'm on this status, me and my celly, and we're sitting there eating with our fingers off a paper tray, beat the fuck up. My homeboys are beat the fuck up. We're all beat the fuck up. And we're ready to go again. So my neighbor was an SNY PC back then, not SNY. I needed some help to get some newspaper so I can cover my windows. I do it. My celly gets transferred at 9 o'clock. I sell extract at 11 a.m. And I paper it up. We all paper it up again on strip sale status, butt ass naked.
How'd you get paper?
And my neighbor, he slid it around the corner. He slid it around the wall right here to me on a little piece of fish line.
That's great.
And I paper up, soap and water, paper up the windows. Once the paper hits that window, that's a wrap. It's on and cracking. It ain't coming down. And so I sell extract. My partner sell extract. And in this one, 22 cops got stabbed in 10 cell extractions. This one was very, very serious. So, but watch this. I mean, I'm already beat the fuck up. They actually tried to break my leg off my body. I mean, they were yanking my leg. It hurt like you wouldn't believe, but I wouldn't yell. I fought everything I had in me, man. And I woke up in the day room, hog-tied. I was cuffed and shackled, cuffed behind my back, shackled, and then a pair of cuffs to the handcuffs and shackles were shackled together. I was like a suitcase.
Oh, no.
And my partners, every one of us were like that for about 19 hours.
Holy shit.
We were suitcase status in the day room.
Shit.
We
Damn.
were beaten so bad, we pissed ourselves, shit ourselves. Cop would walk by, boom, kick you in your face. Oops, I almost tripped. Stomp on your back, stomp my leg.
Damn.
My eyes were so black and blue, I couldn't see. The nurses were tripping. They thought I was actually going to lose my sight. My eyes were swollen shut.
That's crazy.
And 19 hours cuffed like that. And they put me on a bus. They pulled up 2 buses. One going to Pelican Bay, one going to New Folsom. They undid the shackles. My arms hurt so bad. My arms hurt so fucking bad. I still got problems with my shoulders to this day, right? But I could do pull-ups because I did them yesterday. Imagine that. Old man, 50 years old, did pull-ups.
Right on.
And I get on this bus and find out that I'm one of 10 going to New Folsom. And I was happier than a punk in a dip tree. I was happier than a tranny in a dick tree. Why? Because I get to go see my mama, my pops, and my family. And because I'm from Sacktown. And I get to get home and get to see my folks. But I was beat the fuck up. My ribs were bruised. My leg was black and blue. My face was black. I had knots in my head. They had knots of their own.
Oh my God.
But if you survived high desert at that time, you could survive any fucking place, man. Everything else is just mental. And if you got a mental fortitude to make all them years in the shoe like we did, you're all right, man. You got it. You'll be all right. So, but yeah, it was a hell of a trip up there, man. But I don't know why I got off onto that one. But yeah, J. Cool, High Desert was not nice back then. But it made men. It made kids into men. You know, and at that time, you really, really, truly believed you're never going home. Because they took our conjugal physics, they took our weights, and you knew you weren't going to home because there's a guy right here with you, and he got fired of life, and he's been down 22 years. And he's been denied parole board 15 times. So if he's not getting no action,
no,
I'm damn sure not getting no action.
Right. That's
so,
crazy.
Yeah, it was ugly. That's my skinny, man. That's Sunday story for y'all, man, on High Desert. But yeah, we got any questions or comments, Ben?
Just Armada Perspective thanks us for our time, and appreciate your participation for sure.
Yeah.
And there are no stupid questions. There are only challenging questions.
Right. I mean, look, man, if you don't know how you're going to know unless you ask. That's what I always say. And if I can't answer, I'll just tell you, look, man, I can't answer that. No comment, you know, because I won't put nobody in jeopardy. You know, I'm active, and I'm not going to talk about shit I ain't supposed to talk about. But, you know, it was, I don't cross no boundaries I ain't supposed to.
Right.
But yeah, with that said, you guys, final call, man. Hit the like button, leave a comment. I want to know what you guys think about that High Desert shit, man.
Well, J. Cool said, I heard stories from up there. The visits kept all you guys moving in the right direction.
Yep, that's right.
And these tablets.
When they took the conjugal visits, when they took conjugal visits from lifers, and they start taking a lot of our shit, and you got a recipe for disaster, man. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be ugly. You know, it's we got nothing to live for. What do we have that's positive to live for, right?
Right.
If you take all that from a man, you got nothing. I remember sitting in that cell, baby girl, butt ass naked. Me and my cellie, and we got these smocks, they're not smock, but suicide blankets. Big old orange blankets. Everybody got them. That cell extracts back then. And we're sitting there like, God damn, bro. He goes, look at your face. I said, look at your face, motherfucker. He got his throat knocked out. He got 27 staples in his face, you know, in the back of his head and shit. And we got fucked up. But we were ready to roll again. We don't give a fuck.
Young, dumb, and just like ready to fucking take it all down. I mean, why not? You can't be a man on the streets. You gotta be a man where you're at.
Ain't have nothing. I can't go fishing. I don't get to go fishing. Might as well have some type of fun, but no. The cops disrespected one of our people, and one thing led to another, and it's all it takes is a little spark. A little spark. Like, so a couple weeks ago when they took our tablets, right, and then they linked it to this alleged rise in violence, but it's not a rise in violence, it's just being publicized now.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Prisons are violent. You guys are just hearing about it. That's all. You're hearing about it.
Extra digits violation.
Oh, he's going to get cut off.
Yeah, you see?
Yep. Always happens. It's an automatic shutdown. I guess he's going to call back. I think we'll see.
Thank you for using Global Till Link.
Oh, hold on. See, Allison is so on it. She sent me from Title 22 of the California Code of Regulations that institutions have a requirement for their laundry. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they're violating code. They are violating code with that. Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's in the OP. And I've had talks with the committee. I've had talks with the captain. They don't care. This place, they do not give a fuck about none of it. And what's terrible is we're supposed to have laundered sheets and towels every week. Laundered, clean.
Mm-hmm.
Don't gotta be new. Just laundered and clean.
Right.
Sanitized.
Right, and there's all that code right there about exactly what it has to be and everything, how long, how hot, all of it. So yeah, they're in gross violation.
Oh, that's good.
J Cool,
Good.
we'll use that for certain. Thank you, Allison. J Cool, long
Thank you,
lockdowns
Allison.
were the norm. We all knew program was important for everyone. Yep.
Yep, absolutely. Back then, I remember being locked down 6 months, 7 months with nothing. Yeah, it don't help nothing. It just makes everybody madder. It just enhances people's anger. That's it. Cool down period. Some people call it a cool down period. No, it's not.
No, a cool down period is a couple days or a week or two, depending on how horrible they are. You know, they don't cool down. It should be on an individualistic basis. It's not that hard to take a temperature check, right?
Right.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Okay, folks. So, hey, yeah, you guys leave any questions, comments before we bounce out for the day? I appreciate you guys joining the convo, man. Thank you, Allison, J. Cool, everybody, you know.
Armada.
Tim Erdman, everybody. Armada Perspective, man. Thank you for joining the conversation. You guys shoot your questions and comments. And we're going to line this one on down. You see how they do that extradition violation?
Mm-hmm.
They're listening, and they don't like the truth getting out.
Mm-hmm.
They do not like it. And I'm sure they're already plotting my fucking death. They're trying to. And it's not that I got safety concern. I'm not concerned with nothing. That's their concerns.
Right.
You know, and they're the ones plotting. They're the ones trying to take everybody out. They are.
Yep.
Headquarters, Sacramento, CDCR, fucking OCS. OCS, you guys don't know enough about. But OCS is the gang unit. All they do is gang shit. And they sit there with the FBI profilers and behavioral analyst people. And they come up with all these little fucking games, man. They do all this dumb shit. Give this guy some action that this guy over here don't get and that guy over there don't get. Let this guy go, but not this guy and that guy, so he can tip the scales in their favor. Or he can go do this and he can go do that. And, oh, yeah, they play all that shit. Big time. Yeah.
Armada Perspective says this channel would blow up if Scoops told war stories in different episodes, go in chronological order up till today. Real and raw prison stories. You are getting real and raw prison stories. You just you're hearing a whole different perspective of what's real and raw, and it's not about the stuff you hear on Torta's page, because
right. See what I'll do, baby girl, in Armada Perspective, I thought of this too, right? There's a way I could do this where I don't put nobody involved. That ain't, I won't do none of it. Like I said, I keep mine professional. I can give y'all war stories and some generalized war stories on things without jeopardizing my position in my integrity. I know, like I just did on the cell extraction shit, so, but yeah, Yeah, no, I thought about that, and I probably will. I'll probably give you guys one story per video or something. I don't know. I'll check it out as I go along. You know, I really will.
Well, but how is getting jacked while doing a 602 not a war story?
Yeah, that's a different type of war. That's a psychological war. I mean, it's not a physical war. I think he's talking about the battles when you go in the yard and you got your thing and they got their thing. And it's just mad chaos and bullets are flying and fucking chunks. I remember seeing chunks of concrete popping off the wall because of that mini just go pew pew.
Yeah, but this is the real war. This is the battle.
Right.
You know, you folks gotta understand, dude, this is all controlled chaos. All the other stuff you're hearing about, that's part of the controlled chaos.
Right. It's like I said, they control the environment, right? Imagine that movie Hunger Games or whatever, where it's all controlled, right? It's all being controlled by the people up top, and it's by their movements, by their actions, right? So they'll put a key person over here, let him go. Put a key person over there, let him go. Put a key person down here, let him go. And they know pretty much their mindset, right? They know what they're going to do. Where, you know, or they suspect, you know, because of the people that surround them and snitching or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's all war. It's all a battle, man. Every bit of it's a different type of battle. That's what I'll say. It's all battle, but there's different types of battle within the battle. There's physical, mental, emotional, psychological, all that. And they used it. They used that shit against us when we came out of the chute. They did. They really did. They used all those battles within the battle against us. Especially when they got me in the hole. Especially in Salinas Valley hole. Yep.
Armada Perspective says not even just war stories, but funny, boring brotherhood, etc. of long-term prison stuff. Dude.
Right.
We are. He is. He's giving it all to you. You know, it's all there. And as we grow, we learn and we get to be better storytellers. But we always tell the truth.
Right.
We always tell the truth.
You know, Armada Perspective, I've always said, man, if a youngster can learn a lesson off of my life, then I did something, and I did something in my life. You know, if I could teach somebody by a story or something, or give an example that resonates with a young buck out there on the streets about to make the wrong decision, then I did it, man. I did something good, you know. But, you know, I just, I give little stories here and there, but, you know, I got a lot of shit, man. I got a lot of shit going on, and there's a lot of life in here that I haven't, you know, I can't put out there, but I could put other little things out there for you guys. Yeah, I will.
J. Cool says, did you get your eggs over easy this morning? It's Sunday, and I remember when fresh eggs on Sunday became a thing.
Oh, man, J. Cool, I wish, bro. I wish I got that shit, bro. No, we got 2 little silver dollar pancakes and about a half cup of raw, damn near boiled pea protein. That's what we got. In a fake syrup. So, you know, back in the days, we got real syrup and real jelly. Well, now they give us this sugar-free shit that's just like a water with a brown color to it, and it's not even syrup.
Sounds disgusting.
That's what we get. Right.
Yeah,
it ain't like it used to be back in the days. You get the Sunday Grand Slam. No way, man. I wish.
They're doing some sort of weird, obscene food punishment over there at SAC, you know, because Brant will get like extras that are like special, like diets or
special
religious
diet
diets,
extra, yeah.
and they're so much
Right.
better. It's like, why? What's with the food punishment crap here? What?
Right.
These dudes got nothing. They can't even look forward to eating because they're gonna get served this rancid fucking pea protein garbage with
Bullshit.
no seasoning, or this hummus that's just fucking chickpea paste with no seasoning.
Yeah, but wait, baby. Let me tell them. When they give us this hummus lunch, right? They give us this hummus lunch. It's a hummus packet the size of like a peanut butter, and a little packet of corn nuts, and 2 little cookies. That's their lunch, right?
About
And
enough
it's like,
for a
what am I supposed to do
5-year-old.
with this hummus? Yeah, but what are we supposed? Like, I don't eat hummus. First of all, second of all, there's nothing to put it on when you put it on the corn nuts or the cookies. So I don't know, but I'm not eating it. And then, we haven't had the Grand Slam in years. Now, Salinas Valley. Now get this, Salinas Valley has the Grand Slam. You get two fucking sausage link things. You get 2 hash browns and 2 sunny side up eggs and 2 pieces of bread, jelly, and some butter. It's a real Grand Slam for us, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like high desert days. But here, this prison, New Folsom CSP SAC, no way. I rarely see
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
a fried egg. I rarely see fried eggs. It's always boiled eggs, or I'll get scrambled eggs sometimes, and I like that. I like scrambled eggs. But rarely we get fried eggs. And they've been stuck on this pea protein for like a year and a half now. It's just horrible shit. Horrible. And they mix it in everything, Their SOS is supposed to be SOS. And I'm sure you remember that. It used to be good. With the biscuits and, gravy, real gravy over the biscuits. Now it's like a square piece of bread that's rock hard. And it's a grease with pea protein in the grease. And
Yeah.
you know it's grease because it looks like opaque white, clear white, kind of like grease. It's just, oh God, turns my gut thinking about it. Yeah. So, all right, baby, let's wind this one down.
All right.
Like
We got some kindness going out there. Broken Bobby's transformation checked in, says hope everyone's well. We're good, and our motto says much love to you. So we're doing the thing. We appreciate you all, and
we sure do. Broken Bobby, I see him on, bro. I hope you're well, my friend. Hit the like button real quick, you guys, and share it. Broken Bobby, I appreciate your promotion on our channel and yours, and I hope you're well. Everybody, on my perspective, thank you for joining. Allison, thank you, sister. J. Cool, Outlaw, Tim K, Ken, everybody, man. You guys know I send my love and respect. My friend, my buddy, and his people, thank you for the video you guys put out there. It's still rocking. This video, just know that they're trying their same old bag of tricks, everybody. Be prepared, because they're not stopping. They're not stopping. So with that said, baby girl, thank you. I love you. Everybody take care.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Stay solid, my friends. Keep it real.